Hello and welcome to Arnie's Short Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Invisible Thief. Holly Arnold stepped into the cavernous hall of the Metropolis Museum, where sunlight streamed through towering windows and danced across the polished marble floor. At 22, she was an anomaly in the detective world, a young woman whose unassuming frame belied a mind as sharp as a freshly honed blade. Today, that mind faced a challenge that had left seasoned officers scratching their heads: the inexplicable disappearance of Vincent van Gogh's The Starry Night from a room fortified with enough security to rival a bank vault. The call had come at dawn, urgent and tinged with panic, pulling Holly from her modest apartment to this grand edifice of art and history. The curator, Mr. Pembroke, awaited her near the entrance, his grey hair dishevelled, as if he'd spent the night tugging at it in despair. "Detective Arnold, thank heavens you're here," he said. "The painting was secure at 8:00 p.m. last night. By 8:05 it was gone, vanished. No alarms, no intruders, just gone." Holly's hazel eyes narrowed. "Show me the room." They went through corridors lined with masterpieces until they reached a smaller gallery, its walls adorned with lesser-known works that now seemed to mourn the absence of their star companion. Where the Starry Night had hung, there was only a blank expanse of plaster, a silent accusation against the museum's defenses. Holly turned in a slow circle, cataloguing every detail: the positions of the cameras perched like watchful sentinels, the faint hum of motion sensors embedded in the ceiling, the heavy door sealed with a digital lock. "What's the security setup?" she asked. Mr. Pembroke straightened, as if reciting a well-rehearsed script. "We've spared no expense. Motion detectors that trigger the slightest disturbance, pressure-sensitive tiles beneath the carpet, and high-definition cameras covering every inch. 2 guards stood outside all night, and the room requires a keycard. Only myself and the head of security have access. And yet," Holly mused aloud. She tapped her chin, a habit when her thoughts began to churn. "Any system glitches, tampering?" "None," Mr. Pembroke replied. "The logs are clean, and the footage shows the painting there one moment, then not the next." In a dimly lit control room, she sat before a monitor, joined by Officer Ramirez, a burly man who'd been assigned to assist her. The footage rolled. At 8:00 p.m. the Starry Night glowed on the wall, its swirling blues and yellows a beacon of genius. At 8:05 p.m. the screen flickered imperceptibly, and the painting was no more. No shadowy figure crept in. No tools glinted in the frame. Just absence. Ramirez grunted. "Impossible. It's like the thing spreaded legs and walked out." Or, Holly countered, her voice soft but edged with certainty, it was never there at all. She leaned closer to the screen, her breath catching. Something was off, though she couldn't yet name it. Back in the gallery, she prowled the space with the focus of a predator stalking prey. She ran her fingers along the walls, pressed her ear to the floor, squinted at the ceiling fixtures. Then, near the empty spot, her boots snagged on a faint ridge in the carpet. Kneeling, she peeled back the edge and uncovered a shallow recess, a hidden pocket in the floor. Nestled within was a device no larger than a matchbox, its sleek surface glinting under her penlight. Mr. Pembroke covered behind her. "What's that?" "The microprojector," Holly said. "Small, but powerful enough to cast a high-resolution image across a room." "If you're saying the painting we saw wasn't a painting?" "It was a projection, an illusion to mask the real theft. The thief removed the actual Starry Night earlier, then used this to make it seem like it vanished under guard." Mr. Pembroke sputtered. "The alarms wouldn't trigger if the theft happened before the room was locked down." "When was it last accessible?" "Yesterday afternoon. We held a private viewing for VIP and our summer interns. The room was open then, but guarded." "Who was there?" "Art collectors, a few enthusiasts, and our 3 interns, Emily, Jack, and Lisa. They're art students, helping with events. I need to talk to them." She interviewed the interns in a quiet office, each meeting a study in contrasts. Emily, a jittery art history major, fidgeted with her glasses and swore she'd been cataloging frames all day. Jack, a sculptor with a lazy grin, shrugged off the theft as someone else's problem. Lisa, a photography student with a knack for tech, spoke eagerly about the event but kept glancing at her phone, which buzzed incessantly on the table. Holly asked, nodding at the device. Lisa's smile faltered. It's just my phone. Personal stuff. This is a theft investigation, Holly said. I need to check with a reluctant sigh. Holly swiped to the Bluetooth settings and froze. Among the paired devices was one labeled MP-3000, the same model as the projector she'd found. What's MP-3000? She asked. I don't know, Lisa stammered. Holly held up the projector. This is an MP-3000. It was used to fake the painting's presence. Your phone's connected to it. I didn't steal it, I swear. A man paid me to set it up. He said it was for a special display, a surprise for the guests. I thought it was harmless. Holly pressed, leaning forward. He called himself the collector. Lisa whispered. We met online. He gave me the projector during the viewing and told me how to install it. I didn't know what he was planning. Holly's voice was still now. He said to hide it in the basement storage behind the old canvases. That's all I did. I didn't take it out of the building. You checked the basement storage behind the canvases. Now, minutes later. I've got it. The painting's here, wrapped in cloth. Relief washed over Holly. The painting was safe, but the mastermind remained at large. She turned back to Lisa. Describe this collector. Everything you remember. Lisa hesitated. Tall, maybe 40, with dark hair and a scar above his left eyebrow. He wore a grey suit and had this cold way of talking, like he was always calculating. Holly scribbled the details. She reviewed the museum's visitor logs and cross-checked with external CCTV footage from the previous day. One name surfaced, Victor Slade, a known art thief with a history of audacious heists. His last sighting placed him in the city, and a still from a nearby camera showed a man matching Lisa's description entering the museum during the viewing. He's our guy. But he's too smart to stick around. We need to draw him out. She devised a trap. With Mr. Pembroke's approval, she arranged a fake transport of the Starry Night to a secure facility, leaking the plan through channels Slade was likely to monitor art forums, underworld contacts. That night, under a sky streaked with clouds, a decoy van rolled out of the museum's loading bay. Holly and her team waited in an unmarked car nearby, her heart pounding in rhythm with the ticking seconds. Headlights flared. A sleek black sedan screeched into view, cutting off the van. A figure emerged, tall, dark-haired, a scar glinting in the streetlight. Victor Slade. He approached the van, a crowbar in hand, only to find it empty. Holly called, stepping from the shadows with her badge raised. Ramirez and 2 officers flanked her, weapons drawn. Slade's smirk was ice-cold. Clever girl, but you'll never hold me. Oh, I think we will. Your accomplice already gave you up, and the painting's back where it belongs. Game over. Defeated. At the precinct, under interrogation, he confessed he'd orchestrated the heist to sell the painting on the black market, using Lisa as a pawn to execute his illusion. The projector had been his masterpiece, a trick to confound the gods while he slipped away with the prize. As dawn broke, Mr. Pembroke met Holly at the museum. You've saved us, Detective Arnold. How did you see through it? Holly gazed at the reinstalled Starry Night. The thief wove an illusion, but illusions fall apart under scrutiny. I just looked closer, outside. Holly walked away, her steps light with triumph. She'd unraveled the mystery, nabbed the unseen mastermind, and proven that a young mind could outshine even the darkest deceit. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had a great day.